Hi, Jaclyn. Nice to meet you. I'm Ariana.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
So, why did you think it was time for a new Queer as Folk?
It's a good question. I think I'm a big theater nerd personally. And, in theater, we do revivals all the time. We do revivals of, every time you see A View from the Bridge, Arthur Miller play, it means something different in every decade that you see it because it's a different world. And I think similarly, doing a new version of Queer as Folk, this is a seminal work for queer folks. It's been not just once, but twice now already before us, a very important show. And the truth is, being queer in 2022 and what queerness looks like, and more importantly, what we're allowed to put on television as queerness has changed. And I think wanting to make a version of this show, a reimagining, it's obviously very different than its previous versions, but a reimagining of the show that looks like the queer world that we all live in today, I think was really important to me, and I'm so grateful that we've gotten to do it. I'm very proud to have a show that tells not just cis white gay male stories as queerness, which for a long time that seemed to be what was allowed.
For sure. And I love the analogy to theater. I feel like I'm looking at reimaginings way different now. But what was your relationship like with the first two shows?
So I was a huge fan of the first two shows. I was a closeted kid in Ohio. The story that I feel like everybody in the writers' room bonded over was, sitting in a basement or a tucked away room watching the show at very low volumes and flipping back and forth. Certainly pre-internet was a source of some, let's say, illicit material to watch. And I think that's really important. That was really important for me as a young person to see, not myself, I'm obviously a trans woman, but to see versions of queerness, versions of not the main society reflected back to me. And I think getting to do our own version of that, getting to show trans kids, getting to show non-binary kids, getting to show, queer kids of all races, disabled queer kids, like all of these things that you're part of this community. And by the way, you don't have to be a simplified character. You can be complex. You can be an asshole sometimes and still be worthy of story. You can make mistakes. You can lie to a partner. And that doesn't mean that like, oh, you're a terrible human being that is not worthy of being, loved and of telling a story. I think that was really important to us also.
For sure. There's an episode where dead names are explored and bleeped out. I talked to Stephen a little bit about that, and Stephen said it was influenced by your story. Could you kind of speak more about that decision to explore that in the flashback and the decision to bleep out the dead name?
Yeah, so that story is that flashback story is very autobiographical for me. The high school that it is set at is in a lot of ways a very close recreation to the all-boy Catholic school that I went to, which you can imagine as a trans, well, you've seen the episode. Yeah, not an ideal place for a closeted trans girl. Even down to the jug card, the detention card they have is something that they have at my high school still to this day. The dead naming is a strange and powerful, painful thing. And I personally didn't want to hear Ruthie's dead name, but I thought that it was important to tell a story. A lot of times what happens as a trans artist is that you're sort of told that you're not supposed to go back and tell stories from the before times because that's a different person or it's complicated or, cis people have told trans stories that way and they've messed it up. So we don't want to do that. And I just don't believe that's true. I think I am my whole life and that includes that part of my life. And I want to be able to tell stories about how that part of my life interacts with this part of my life. And obviously Ruthie's a character that has a lot of me in her DNA. And so building that episode around dead naming to me felt very important because there's no greater pain than someone you love slipping. And a lot of times that's not because they hate you. And it's not because, this is a spoiler. So I guess this part's for after the show airs, but
yeah, I'll be able to drop in.
I think the fact that how that dead naming happens is, I don't think out of malice. I mean, it's out of anger in the moment, but the dead naming's not out of malice. The dead naming is out of, I've known you forever. And I'm thinking about the before times and it slips. And I've had that happen to me and it is wildly, wildly painful. And I thought that telling a story that was really about Ruthie and Brody and about that friendship and how that friendship was formed and how they'd been together forever. I felt like that was the right time to sort of explore something that's really hard and complicated. But yes, I never wanted to hear her dead name. And I'm really proud that we bleeped it all throughout, because I go back home and see even my old yearbooks and get the heebie-jeebies. So yeah.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for sharing that story and congrats on the new show and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Bye.